Thank you very much for the questions. SABC, when will Senzo appear before the Integrity Commission? Senzo and whoever implicated will appear before the Integrity Commission, and the Integrity Commission does not announce its work. But I can assure you that they will appear before the Integrity Commission, and it might be as we speak already, they've appeared. We don't keep track of that work of appearance of individuals because for every NEC meeting, the Integrity Committee reports to the NEC on the cases that they've undertaken. We have just finalized the terms of reference as adopted by the NEC for the Integrity Commission. Integrity Commission now is in the process of convening a national workshop on ethics and integrity for ANC members nationally and establishing provincial integrity commissions in all the 9 provinces. There were integrity commissions in the provinces, but they did not undergo the process of following the guidelines of establishing such commissions, of which one of the requirements is that before you establish an integrity commission in the province, it must be vetted and approved by the national integrity. So since the terms of reference have been finalized, of which we have circulated to all structures, so these meetings, the establishment of provincial commissions will be established, and all of us will undergo this particular workshop. But part of the foundation course we are doing for our members has got an element in it, or in that syllabus, matters of integrity and ethics in terms of that work. So Comrade Senzo will appear before the Integrity Commission, and all other members who are required by all standards to either voluntarily present themselves, or they will then be summoned by the Integrity Commission. And then we'll keep you abreast about the outcome once the NEC have received the reports on those matters. Brian Mokgotsi is a reflection of a bad ANC member, if he is, because he is implicated on siphoning money in the name of the ANC. ANC can't associate itself with such bad behavior. Siphoning money in the reports and all of that, involved in this and that, illegal missions and all of that. ANC can't pride itself of such people if they are its members. And they will face the full wrath of the ANC and accountability from the side of the party. We are a big organization, so he is just but one of others who behave like that. And that is why the question of money in our organization has generally become one of the things that the Electoral Commission is addressing. But it's not through workshops, it's what action we're going to take. Because we know money has been exchanging hands, and characters such as this who claim ANC membership and they don't understand what it means to be a member of the ANC have done deeds that are beyond imagination. I can tell you, we will never associate ourselves with characters like Brian Mokgotsi if he's a member of the ANC and his activities. He must account about that, and the ANC will stand up to such characters who pride themselves openly and publicly about the pride of being involved in things that do not raise the name of the ANC in good stead. Notwithstanding his right as a citizen in terms of the matters he's implicated in, because Alderam Patem requires that he must be listened to. But for the party like ours, we can't have such elements in the organization running amok. And you can see there's no fear in his face, nor the pride of being an ANC member. And he throws it like as if it's a cheap thing. ANC, yes, I'm a member. I did this and did that. Yes, there's nothing wrong connecting with so and so and all of that and so on. I do have relations with them. Not in our name. Not in our name. The ANC can't associate ourselves with such dubious characters and so on. And we pride ourselves of them, that they carry the emblem of that they once or they are members of our organization. The people are telling us out there very clearly, we trust the ideas of what the ANC stand for, but we don't trust the vehicle. Who are the people who are battering this vehicle? It's characters like those. Matlala, it's not even an issue where we have to dig. They must face the law where they are and their associations and all of that. Even if it means those associates are in the ANC, they must be rooted out. They must be smoked out because that association is wrong. It can't be associated with the movement. Use the ANC as a cover for criminal activity. If it happened, and it is now been reported, it is alleged, and such characters have misused the name of our organization, they must be brought to book and the law must grind. And they must face the full might of the law in terms of their criminal activities. It has got nothing with our movement. We know of such characters who have abused the name. It's not only them. There are some in the system who have abused the good name of the ANC for their criminal activities. Sometimes to the detriment of the organization, but without knowledge of even the people they claim to be representing. Somebody will go around and say, Minister so-and-so have mandated me and all of that. You meet people around and then they say, hey, I intervened for this and that. And the money has gone into the pockets of criminals. We know that our organization is infiltrated by criminal elements and it extends to cartels. Sometimes not in the knowledge of comrades who are in positions of leadership. And they've become victims of these criminals. If this is the moment to get rid of such, let it be. And if Madanga Commission is going to help us exercise in the system of the ANC by extension such criminal elements, let this opportunity not be missed by such. But I can tell you, on behalf of the ANC, criminal elements who are throwing our name as a movement and the ANC in vain will never be tolerated, even for a day in our party. And at the present moment is the last time they go around brandishing the name of the ANC for this and that and their own activities. They must account. They must account for their actions. And the ANC has got nothing to do with their behavior and activities. And let every member of the ANC learn from this ordeal that be alert, be on the lookout of comrade Tsotsis. Even during the days of struggle, we had Tsotsis. We were involved in the struggle. We went to jail. We were tortured by the Boers. There were others who were thugs, looting, doing everything in the townships in the name of the struggle. And then we said, no, not in our name. Oliver Tambo from Lusaka said those activities carried out are activities of Komtsotis, rebel arousers. Those are activities of agent provocateurs. Even in this struggle today, you have agent provocateurs who are planted in our movement en masse to infiltrate and hijack the ANC. And we see them, these Komtsotis, wearing our colors, masquerading as the best of the best among us, and yet their activities are what are now come to be seen for what they are in commissions like Matlala. There can never be an ANC member and a leader who can have proud association with criminal elements like that. And some of our leaders get to associate with these criminals unknowingly. But today, it's a lesson for everyone. And the ANC is not going to keep quiet and stand back and allow its name to be dragged by criminals. There are many who do such activities in the name of Minister so and so, and yet they are perpetrating criminal activities. And even that minister doesn't even know that his name or her name is being brandished in corners of criminality, in the dark corners of criminality, in the corners of cartels in our country. It calls for vigilance. When we say revolutionaries in the revolutionary process must be vigilant, today vigilance means the enemy is not something you can see. The enemy is elements like this. Vigilance means be alive to the effect that who are you associating with and what are their intentions? Who are they, these people who are doing these things in the... Now we see them. We see them. And they are coming to light. Notwithstanding their rights in terms of our constitution, that the things that they are implicated in, they will stand and defend themselves, whatever is the case, explain themselves. But the ANC, explaining or not explaining, can never have members who masquerade and do such things, who do such things in the name of the ANC. And we know there are activities all over, and even in our country. So I am saying, be alert to Komtsotis and agent provocateurs who have infiltrated our organization for quite some time. And this is the moment and the time of renewal that they must perish in the system of our movement. When it comes to lifestyle audit, we have committed as the ANC and taken a decision that we must undertake lifestyle audits. But lifestyle audits must be done by credible institutions. And this matter now is seized with the working committee to do that. To do that. At the level of government, the executive must lead from the front, including in the SOEs, including as well as in the public service. It must start first with us, the lifestyle audit, the life we live and all of that. And that is going to be undertaken in terms of the ANC. It must be credible. It must be informed by the prescripts of the law so that it does not degenerate to which hand. And it must not be selective. It will apply to everybody across all levels of the organization. Now, though, for those who are in government and those who are outside government, Flotilla, we are in solidarity with Mandla Mandela and all others. And as the African National Congress, we joined thousands and thousands, led by our Deputy Secretary General, Nomvula Mkonyane, in Cape Town, in solidarity for the self-determination of the people of Palestine. And we are not going to stop in that. And our government must do everything in their power to support those South Africans, including Mandla Mandela, who are on this mission, which in our view, it's a mission of peace, citizens of different countries and citizens of the globe who are unarmed and transporting goodwill and humanitarian aid to the people of Gaza. And our president represented as well at the United Nations General Assembly. And we will have seen as South Africa in this solidarity. We are not alone. But South Africa must be among the leading nations in condemning the genocide and Israeli apartheid. It cannot be that a state insists on annihilating another nation. It cannot be. And therefore, that thing does not signify injustice. And we have seen communities and countries in the world standing up for the freedom of the Palestinian people. And this is who we are as South Africa. For us to be free, actions had to be undertaken. Apartheid had to be isolated. The state of Israel, brutal state of Israel, must be taken on by all peace-loving people. We don't want the demise of Israel as a state. We want the freedom of Palestine living side by side with Israel. But what Netanyahu is advocating for, which is evil, is to eradicate a state of people who have got the right to have their own state, control their own affairs, have their own culture, living side by side and at peace. And that is what will guarantee peace in the Middle East. And that's what we are about. Not that people must be displaced, children and everyone else. And therefore, we say that is peace. It cannot be peace. Self-determination means freedom of others. And that's what is important to us as the African National Congress in this struggle for peace. And we support and will continue to call on Israel to step back and allow flotilla to pass and release those who have been intercepted, who now it is reported that they've been kidnapped in this particular mission. That includes Mandla Mandela. ENCA, Brian Mokhodzi, I've answered that question. If he's a member, or whoever is a member like Matlala, because you can join ANC and it is discovered at a later stage that you are a person of this kind. The things that are reported about these people are, they will make your blood to run in terms of the activities that are reported. But the state is doing its work, and I will leave it to the state to accomplish that work and deal with these individuals. ANC implicated in the commission. The ANC is not implicated in the commission. Individuals who are given a responsibility in government to become ministers are implicated, not the ANC. Individuals who happen to be ministers are implicated. Whether that it is true or not, it is for them in the roles they occupied. Yes, of course, deployed by the ANC to answer to those allegations. And the commission is a perfect platform, not a kangaroo court. It's a perfect platform for themselves to answer. If the commission comes to conclusions that affect these individuals, the ANC will have to act. You are correct. The Zondo Commission came and passed, and therefore the question lingers on. What does the ANC say about those who were implicated in the Zondo Commission? Is our resolution sufficient to deal with matters that even affect people in commissions because our resolution says you step aside when you are arrested and so on. But our resolution doesn't say what happens to you when you are implicated in terms of ethics and so on, and that is left to the Integrity Commission. So the Integrity Commission dealt with the matters, as you would have known, which affected individuals in terms of matters of integrity. Some of the people who appeared in the Zondo Commission, most of them are not even members of the ANC anymore. Others, you would have seen them. They are in the famous party next door, and they are in parliament, who have been implicated and have been arrested. If they were in the ANC, they will not be in our role at the present moment. Those who are arrested and so on. So the law enforcement must do its work, and that's it. But if you are in the ANC, you are affected and you are arrested because of the Zondo Commission, you will step aside. That's what will actually happen. So some members of the ANC have taken the outcome of the Zondo Commission on review. We don't have answers on the side of the law, even where the commission have said that they must be prosecuted. And that process is grinding. It's happening. Because prosecution can't be malicious. Work must be undertaken to prosecute anybody. Otherwise, you become a Hollywood and under pressure, succumbing to pressure groups. You take people to court and then you can't prosecute them because you don't have a case against them. So successful convictions are important in this particular instance to deal with matters. But what I can report to you is that the ANC have come a long way. The ANC have come a long way. From the days when people were arrested, implicated in corruption, and it was said that presumption of innocence. We have now implemented the step-aside rule. And as we go to the General Council, look at these resolutions, including corruption and all of that, we have implemented since the last conference. We will obviously improve on this. Obviously, society is calling on us to be more harsher and harsher and harsher on the question of corruption. But from where we come from, there is a difference. You will never find anyone who happened to be a leader or an individual implicated in acts of corruption in court, supported by people with ANC colors. And when that happens, we will take action about those members, including about that member of the ANC who would have been on step aside. Why do you go and sing about freedom songs, which remind us, inspire us about our forward momentum? Go and sing songs of revolution in a place of people who have undermined the very same values of what inspire our forward momentum. Singing freedom songs in court to protect an alleged corrupt person is singing in vain. It's evil. And no member of the ANC must be associated with that. And there's no diplomacy about it. There's no diplomacy about it. We are decisive about it. And even yourselves, you will have seen many members of the ANC appearing in court. Some of them, you don't even write about them, you forgot about. We can list. There's no song. It ended with somebody whom I took after him. Yeah. So it ended with that. There's no longer marches and hiring of buses up and down, supporting individuals in vain, because we didn't send people to be corrupt. Guys, corruption can happen anywhere, including in China. And when we meet with the Chinese and our comrades in China, they say that these were the difficult years the revolution of China got to be tested over time. And they had to take drastic steps, including ukunqumla, Nga. You are found to be corrupt in China, you are gone. There's no match. You are stealing from the poor. Mao Zedong said, deal with one to educate others. Those were the difficult times in the history of the Chinese Communist Party. Even those who got liberated before us will tell you about corruption. And the ANC has just tasted power in 30 years. And yet we have come to witness this corruption that have come with our ascendancy to political power as part of the sins of incumbency. We must deal with that. We can't be pussyfooting about it. The question of corruption and fight with people when they say, no, ANC is corrupt. We must fight corruption to a point where society agrees that our movement, the African National Congress, is not corrupt. I can stand on the podium and say ANC is not corrupt. The question is believability. What actions have we taken? I've mentioned to you steps we have taken, including people who can distort you, send fake screenshots and say Mbalula says the last person who's corrupt is a T person in the office, circulate it and all of that. And then you put fake. That's how our organization has been battered in the public eye and the public domain. And we understand perfectly what we're dealing with. Even when we are dealing with this, there are others who still believe that, no, you are on the wrong path. But those are outweighed by the majority that says renewal is the answer. And that's where we are now. And the ANC is going still to go up steep and taking difficult decisions in the fight against corruption. But for now, we are moving ahead. And it's important that the state institutions which were crippled to deal with this matter are actually empowered going forward. So all in all, the ANC is not implicated. There are many people and things that are going to be said, and some are circulated in WhatsApp groups and all of that. And our message is simple. We are not in the crime scene. Those who are implicated must stand up. Not hide behind the banner of the ANC. The ANC will defend the right thing, will not defend the wrong things. The ANC will defend every member whom it believes is being victimized and so on, but will not defend wrongdoing. If I was deployed, and there are things that are said about me in the area where I was deployed, I must stand up for myself. If somebody wake up crazy and say things about the Secretary General of the ANC, excited by Twitter, I must stand up for my name, my good name, against that individual and use the tools, because South Africa is not a banana republic. You can't just come without substance. I must stand up. I must not drag the ANC. Matlala wanted to issue a statement when I defeated somebody in court who dragged my name in disrepute. I said, no, leave it. It's my business. You don't know whether this person is right or wrong, or I'm on the wrong myself. Let me fight it out. And if it is important for me, it must happen to everybody. It must be upon individuals implicated to clear themselves if they believe they are in the wrong. And if they cannot, and they are found to be on the wrong side, the ANC will take steps. The ANC will take steps. We supported the Matlala Commission. We're still saying it now. we are not running a commentary on that. Of course, there are many things that are earth-shattering, unbelievable, that have been said in that commission. But we must respect the judge, the commissioners, and those who are giving evidence, and not prejudge. Because when you do that, calling for heads to roll and all of that and so on, wait for people to account fully. When they have done that, the judge have wait on the evidence before them and investigated. People are going to be prosecuted. Even before that commission ends, I suppose. That's what the president said. And the terms of a reference allow that. I suppose the law must grind. The commission can't wait till the end. In 3 months, Judge Matlala must give us preliminary direction of where we are going. But listening to everybody. So we don't want a kangaroo court here. Allow the processes to unfold. And as they unfold, right at the beginning, there are about 2 to 3 witnesses that have appeared. 3 already. And there are people who have already said that not close the commission, arrest Sibambi Lelendab. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. The most important thing has happened. It will never happen anywhere except in South Africa here. Otherwise, those things would have been fast and then put under the carpet. Criminals are running amok in our country and so on. And the police also have done a good job and are doing a good job under the circumstances with all the challenges that they face. Criminal cartels in this country, even those that you know by name, are in jail, sentenced, the untouchables. Do you think that happened not under correct stewardship and determination of men and women in blue? You can mention them. In Cape Town, you know them. Who are known criminal cartels, they are in jail, sentenced by this police force. By this police force. For the first time, I was in the police. These criminals have been running amok, up and down, selling drugs to our kids, manufacturing them right in our backyards in Soweto, men, drugs and everything, transporting them by road to Cape Town and killing our children. They are behind the bars. The masters are behind the bars. They are arrested. Others are on trial. Do you think that happened without sacrificing? By police. Sacrificing, working in the belly of the enemy and bringing these criminals to book. And those policemen must be saluted amidst the challenges. They are good policemen in our country, and they are men. They are many. They are not men, but they are many. Because there are women amongst them. Others are working in the belly of the criminal cartels to bring them to book. We've got them behind the bars today. You can mention them. They are there behind the bars. Arrested, not just arrested, convicted. 10 years in jail. A person you would have been told that he will never be arrested, untouchable. We brought them to book. The police brought them to book. And they are in jail. These fly-by-nights who are coming up now, they will meet their destiny too. If we believe in the police force that is not entangled in the criminal networks, working with criminals, undermining the stability of our state, and so on. And we know that those policemen, wherever they are, they've got our support. They've got support of 60 million South Africans who don't like crime and are not easily impressed by criminal life. There's been any complaint, we don't know. People who want to complain about the commission, they must go to the commission. ANC doesn't run the commission. People who've got complaints about processes of the commission who are implicated, they must go there and complain to Judge Matlala, write to him and all of that. If I'm implicated, I will write to the judge that, no, I think you are unfair for not, it's not, they must complain there. Let's give the commission to run and to bring us the results, and the results must be followed up. And the results must be respected. Even by the ANC, they must be respected by all of us in terms of the outcome of. But let us not do the prejudice, because if we prejudice individuals, it will make us falter in terms of the work that we're doing. The ANC have explained we are dealing with wrongdoing in as far as how it affects our members. Individuals implicated, I've answered that particular question. You are right, UFM. Collaboration is important in terms of service delivery. As much as people can make a lot of noise about the statements at the roll call, the fundamental question is not about whether the statement is wrong or right, is how are we going to rise as the ANC? You can't rise by telling lies, claiming easy victories and masking difficulties. People are not going to eat ideology or rhetoric or slogans. They want to see the ANC they love working. And in doing so, you are not going to do it by kowtowing behind others. Helen Zile's announced a mayor in Joburg. ANC forgets what it's supposed to do, run after Zile. Zile is going to be a failure for the majority of people, like he is in Cape Town. It's not a messiah. What the ANC must live up to in terms of Johannesburg, how do you protect the disadvantage in Johannesburg? When the mayor of DA came into power here, who's that doctor? And he crossed over to Action SA. Not Action SA. Or she was married. She went by marriage there. So, but, yeah, no, she didn't. Sorry, my apologies to her. But, my apologies to her. She didn't go to Action SA. She was only married to somebody belonging to another party. But when she was leading DA, implementing DA policy, she said to the people of Soweto, pay up or ship out on the liability and not paying for services. They didn't care about what happens. Go to Cape Town. Go to the Western Cape where the DA governs. They don't have indigent policy that cushions the poor. We started this policy right from the beginning, not because there is an election. We started right from the beginning because we understand the conditions our people are living in. The DA, you don't have that. In the areas where they are, if Unoma Gogo and everybody else, they are cushioned in terms of services and so on in the different areas, not where the DA governs. There where they govern, you are equal. And you know we are unequal. We are unequal. We live in the most unequal society in our country. And when we say it's because of apartheid, it's like we have done an invention of something that anybody does not agree with. So we don't kowtow the DA and what they do. We must do what it is right. We must do what it is right as the ANC, and our people will rise with us. And that is what is important. So if we fix things and we're among our communities and we do all the right things, collaboration and fixing water in the basic needs of our people, like it happens in Northwest, and we're reporting about it here. And we're doing things in fixing water, dealing with the infrastructure and all of that, working with our people. Because we need to work with people also. That government will work on its own. It's not going to happen because at the end of the day, criminals are vandalizing the infrastructure for criminal activities and so on. We need to work with society and curtail the criminal element on the ground. And how to deal with instability. We are going to make big announcements on the issues of the action plan in the next 2-3 weeks on local government. We're going to bring changes in a number of municipalities in the country, but based on evaluation. Mayors who underperform, who have just been on rogue act in different towns and areas in the country, we're going to give you a big report and the changes we're making from the action plan. We've got reports. Ditsobotla will come to life and intervention. It's not only Ditsobotla, Taung, we're going to intervene there. And we're intervening, working with Northwest, provincial executive of the ANC. There's going to be changes all around. The statement by Ramaphosa, our president, that where there is failure and it is human, orchestrated, there will be changes. Watch the space, it's coming. Not for elections. We're doing it in terms of the action plan. We're looking at the provinces across the country. We will start here and end there, everywhere in the country. Mayors who think that they should be there and not do what they are required to do, their time is over, it's up. And therefore, not factional basis. Bring people to the fore who are going to do the work on the ground. So that is our mandate. How do we ensure that conflicts are bloodless? Look, we're going to look at and improve our guidelines, and we'll present to you at the end. So we're discussing them. Where there have been conflicts on the ground, on the selection process, we will deal with that going forward, because people don't want a fighting ANC. We win when we are united and so on. We won by-elections with big margins, highly contested in Tshwane yesterday, over 2,000. It's a by-elections, it's not election day. In by-elections, the turnout is normally low, but this by-elections was hotly contested, but the ANC emerged. But the ANC emerges because the people believe in the ANC. And it is these people who are telling us today that your story is not won out. It is won out on Twitter, but not among us. Because the ANC is our vehicle. Remember, the people trust the ANC and the ideas. But we have now come to the understanding that we are now remaining with ideas that are trusted, not the vehicle. Because the people who are supposed to drive the vehicle are basically sleeping on the job. And they are just causing accidents everywhere. So we are going to curtail, change the driver, bring the fresh one. In most instances where we find that we've got challenges of unlicensed drivers. Now, in conclusion, with regard to this particular matter, the ANC list has improved from where we were in the last election. We have got most ANC councillors, we've got qualifications, which was the requisite in terms of the guidelines. Okay? So in this particular instance going forward, looking at the list, we're going to look at the challenges that we've got, and then the NEC will reflect on that and take decisions. Thank you.